everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Local Influencers Podcast. Abel here with Abigail today, and we are joined by the lovely Sarah Estrada. You may know her as Styled by Sarah. And Sarah, thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, thank you so much, April, for reaching out to me. It's good to see Abigail again. I'm just so happy to be chatting with you all today.
Yeah, we're definitely excited to have you on because you are officially our first like stylist and I would say influencer to know the local influencers. So, you're our first influencer to be on the actual podcast, so that's very exciting. And I'm ready to pick your brain about what you do, about influencing and all that good stuff. All right,
Yeah,
you ready to go, girl? All right. So
ready.
I want to get started by how did you say, like, you know what? I want to start, showing people, giving people the ideas of how to dress, what goes with what. How did basically how did you come up with the idea to start your Instagram and your following and your brand?
So I didn't set out with like the goal to be, and I still don't consider myself an influencer. It's funny to me when people say that because I'm like, well, and I think it's kind of just like imposter syndrome. Like, like there's so many other people that have so many other followers, and so I don't really like consider myself an influencer. But I started out my Instagram because I had a lot of people always asking me like, hey, how do you dress the way you dress? How do you put outfits together? And I thought, well, this is a great platform to do that. It's a great way to just kind of showcase what I'm wearing every day, not so that people could like replicate it, but maybe it inspires something within them to create like a creative outfit or just something that makes them feel comfortable and makes them feel their best. And so I try to like impart the knowledge that I've learned over the years of being a wardrobe stylist in like videos or things like that to kind of just give them some tips and tricks to use when dressing for your everyday life.
I'll tell you, I just saw one of your Instagrams. I don't know how recent it was, but I really liked how for you just gave everyone um how to dress up a t-shirt in different ways. Like you could dress it up, you could dress
Yeah.
it down, and that is something that I would never be able to come up with. Like I like to think that I have, as a guy, I have decent, pretty fashion. Like I have a good eye for fashion. I don't like high fashion. Sometimes that stuff they see in the runway is kind of like, oh no. But like
Yeah.
in real life, human person, I feel like I do have a good sense of style, taste. Um, but the pieces that you put together, I would never think to put them together. Like sometimes people feel like me. I have this big thing where like my shoes have to match like my shirt color or things like
Mhm.
that. And it
Uh-huh.
looks like you're all about fun, like you're mixing prints and you're mixing colors. And
Yeah.
how did you come up with that eye? Is that just something that came naturally to you, or did you develop it over the years?
I want to say it came naturally. I think ever since I was a little girl, I've always loved having fun with my outfits, and I've always enjoyed, um, creating different ways to wear things. I was always the girl who never wanted to be caught in like a t-shirt and jeans. I always wanted to be put together. I wanted to um, wear a dress or wear a skirt or something like that. And so and specifically in that video that you're talking about, 3 ways to style a t-shirt. I just, for me, I just want people to kind of like elevate their look because I am a strong believer that when you look good, you feel good. And so, other than just wearing, a t-shirt and jeans and sneakers, like switch it up a little bit. You can put a blazer on top, or you can wear like ballet flats instead of like Reebok sneakers or whatever. There's nothing against that at all. I just think that there's little ways that you can elevate your look that are easy to do, and you're not compromising comfortability, and you're not compromising functionality in the things that you're wearing. So it's definitely something that I think I was born with, but I definitely have developed over the years, and especially in this day and age when social media is so prevalent, just looking at other people's outfits and seeing the way that they put things together really just sparks like an idea inside of me that I can share with other people.
That's awesome. Yeah. Like I said, I actually just started getting into like, I guess you could say like layering,
Hmm.
I downloaded this app. I'm not gonna say the brand because they're not a sponsor.
That's right.
But you know how that works. So I just downloaded this shopping app, and basically what I did was ordered what like the model was wearing in the out in the and so it's like, for guys, because you inspire a lot of women fashion, but for guys, basically it was like this kind of like a see-through like polo shirt, which I would never wear, but
Hmm.
they wore it open with like an undershirt, like an under t-shirt, and you know, stretchy skinny jeans, which I feel like me as a I'm a plus size guy. I'm never gonna wear skinny jeans, but they're stretchy, so I'm gonna wear them. And
Yeah.
and so there's always ways I feel, and I'm excited. I say all that because I'm excited because they come in Friday and it's my birthday
Yes.
weekend. But
Woo.
but yeah, I feel like I'm barely starting to like mix around, and I had to see that image on a website, so it's very cool that that comes naturally to you. Um, so your Instagram, you have you say influencer, yeah, there is people bigger followings and stuff, but your following, it's not small. Okay, you are a decent sized influencer, and I'll tell you, your content on your Instagram is just, it's great. Your posts are great.
Thank you.
I love how you post not just photos, but you post reels, you post short videos, you post voiceovers. Um, is there a method to your social media posting? And I ask that because you have, it looks like you have a very well established brand and on its way to up and coming even bigger.
Thank you.
That's what I am trying to do myself outside of just a local influencers, establishing a brand. Is there like a methodic process to your Instagram posting? So do you say like, I need to make sure I post certain times in a day or a certain amount of times, or is there anything that goes into that?
Yeah, definitely. I think I follow a lot of like um I don't know how you would say like social media like companies or people that like help you grow your social media. And I actually have a friend who is a local business owner here, Eliza with ESB Creative, and she kind of has this group that just says, best practices on Instagram and things like that. But it really, you have to learn what works for you because everybody's following is totally different. So you're following, maybe like the majority of your followers don't check Instagram until 5 o'clock. So then your best time to post is 5 o'clock. Instagram will give you like the statistics of when like your followers are on. But I found like, for example, Instagram told me 3 p.m. was the best time to post. However, I used to post at 3 p.m. all the time. And then I started playing around with different times. And actually I found for my following the best time to post like a still picture is 9 a.m. And so for whatever reason, like a lot of my followers are on at that time. So I will get, the likes and the saves and the comments at that time. As far as like different types of content, I try to pick like themed days. So like today is Thursday, for example, the day that we're recording this, and Thursdays are dedicated to Thrifty Thursdays because I am a big advocate for thrifting and sustainable fashion. And so my followers know that every Thursday I'm going to have a thrifted Thursday post. So one of the biggest things when trying to grow your following is definitely consistency. Your followers want to know that they're going to see a post from Styled by Sarah on Thursdays about thrifting. They're going to see a post on Mondays, like something that's a little bit more inspirational. And you just kind of have to figure out what works for you. Last year, I was posting almost every day, and it gets a little tiring because you have to get out and you have to shoot that content and you have to make those reels and videos. And so this year, I've kind of like taken a step back and try to post like at least every other day. There's times when I'm like, I just want to post today, and it's supposed to be my off day, but I feel like yesterday I uploaded like a short little reel, and I just wanted to post it. I wanted to share it. And that's something that you have to remember, as well as that you want to make it fun for yourself. And if there's something that you want to share with your followers, more than likely they are wanting to see it, and you'll get that good response from it. So it's really just working, trying different things, but being consistent in those things that you share.
Cool. So I know a couple of people who are considered influencers in their own niche, and one of their practices is tagging, like, so I know this girl who she's all about her family, and she promotes like a lot of like mom tips and mom tricks, and she actually got sponsored by Jessica Alba's company. I forgot what it's called.
Honest. I think it's called Honest.
Honest. And
Mm-hmm.
she actually meets with Jessica Alba like once a month. They all have like a Zoom
Wow.
call. And so what she did to get that attention is she tags, like if she has, for instance, like this iPhone, she'll tag Apple, and she'll tag all the products that are in her picture. She tags whoever made that. And I
Mm-hmm.
guess that gets the company's attention, and then that could lead to a sponsorship based on, whatever. So that is a practice that I'm going to start and try to do on one of my other ventures, because I have like 10 things going on at once. I just feel like you can't be, I just feel like the more you're out there, the better.
Yes.
Um, what tips would you give someone that is, let's say, I'm barely starting my Instagram. I don't want to be like Style by Sarah, but I want to, emulate. I want to kind of create my own style by Abel.
Mm-hmm.
What tips would you give for starters? Like, what are, let's just say, your top three things to start a styled Instagram, like a styling Instagram?
So I'd say definitely your biggest thing is good lighting. You want to make sure like in a good place to take those pictures, because what you're marketing is your outfit. What you're marketing is your sense of style. So you want to make sure that you're showcasing that in like an aesthetically pleasing way. So you want to make sure that you aren't like in a dark spot, like you aren't using, I mean, I think everybody's camera these days can take like really good quality photos. So make sure that you're really paying attention to the lighting in your area. Number two, I guess, would be what I said before, is definitely consistency in uploading and following through. So what I like to do also is I will put things on my stories, like a little poll that says, hey, like, what do you want to see from me this week? Or, what should I wear today? And consistency and following through for those things that the people ask for. So like last week, I went on a trip and I asked, do you want to see a pack with me video? And I think about like 98% of people said yes. So I filmed that. I'm in the process of editing it, and it will be out next week. But you want to make sure that when you're asking your followers and your audience what they want, that you are following through with what they want. Because if you're just like asking the question and you never get around to it, I know it happens. That's happened to me in the past, where I've forgotten to take a screenshot. So I don't know what people are saying or asking for or something like that. So definitely number one, like good lighting and a good like camera to take those pictures. Number two is consistency. And number three, I would just say like follow through.
Awesome. I definitely agree. Follow through is a big one, and that's what I'm working on. Like, especially when people like say they're gonna reschedule a podcast, I have to set reminders to like, hey, give them a week or two and then follow up with them like, hey, remember me? You told me you're gonna reschedule, you haven't. I'm
Yeah.
not calling anybody out, but there are a few of you. There are a few of you. Um, all right. So as far as styling, what is your favorite, like, let's say, because we're leading into spring, what is your favorite kind of a spring look? Like what pieces, like as far as like a skirt or a kind of top, what is your favorite spring kind of look?
My favorite look year round, but specifically for spring or in summer are dresses. I love like a flowy dress, something that you can transform. Again, versatile pieces that you have in your wardrobe. So a dress can be very versatile because for myself, I can pair it with sandals, or sneakers if I want like a more casual look, or heels, of course, if you're, if you want that type of look. So dresses are definitely something that are a great piece to enter into the spring season. Now, here in South Texas, we don't really have a need for like light layers as much as you would like in another state that has a little bit cooler temperatures, but it's definitely a great way to layer during the spring season when it's not super hot and you can get away with like a little layering piece like a denim jacket or something like that to kind of just change up the look. And going into the summer season when it's extremely hot, you're not able to wear, a denim jacket that can get heavy. So the springtime is a great time to just showcase those items.
Yeah, I've always felt like also I have a lot of girlfriends and what I sometimes they ask me because like I said I do kind of feel like I have a small sense of style, although today I'm just wearing a Pokemon shirt. Um they will ask me like they're wearing, for instance, like you say, like a maxi dress or something. What I tell them is accessorize it, because here, like you said, in Corpus especially, it's like 7,000 damn degrees. You're not gonna want to add any other, like we don't even want to wear clothes. Like we don't want to go
Yeah.
outside. What I'll tell
Yeah.
them is, get like one of those big floppy summer hats, or add jewelry, add, you
Yes.
know, get small pieces of jewelry and get yourself a big ass bag. You know what I mean? Like add
Hmm.
pieces like that. I feel like accessories can also add on to the actual outfit.
For
Um,
sure. They
I
can
tell,
definitely transform an outfit for sure.
and then I'll tell my friends sometimes they come out and they're wearing like a jacket with the turtleneck sweater and some jeans and some boots, and I'm like, girl, and then they want to wear jewelry. I'm like, girl, that's a lot. Like you need to calm it down. So,
Yeah.
so like, um, being a stylist and all that, have you ever considered dabbling in creating your own kind of designs? And have you ever, does that interest you that route in kind of creating, like I said, you have your brand now, but have you ever thought about like, hey, I would like to kind of create my own designs one day or put out my own kind of, pieces? Has that crossed your mind?
For sure. So being a plus size woman, I think now in 2021, there's definitely a ton of retailers that are just coming around to providing plus size options that are trendy and that are affordable and that fit my body. And so I think that's always been on at the front of my mind, at the top of mind, because I want to create something that is going to work for plus size women and that is affordable and accessible. And that's why at this point in time, designing isn't something that I am doing right now. But what I am doing right now is actually because of the whole sustainability movement and thrifting and resale of items. That's something that I have been working on. So Shop Styled by Sarah is actually another Instagram page that I do have. And it's basically resale of plus size clothing at an affordable price. And they're those brands that we all know and love: Torrid, Lane Bryant, Eloquii, all of these these brands that I've sourced or that are from my personal closet that you can wear at a discount or that you can purchase at a discount, so that you're not spending, $50 on a shirt, because that's not always like accessible and attainable for everyone. Now, I personally, I don't want to spend $50 on a shirt every time that I have to buy, a shirt. And so the design in my own line is definitely something that I love. It would definitely be a passion project, for sure. That would be something fun to do in the future. For now, I feel like this is my way to kind of provide these items for plus size women specifically, because there is such a shortage in fashionable and inexpensive items to add to your closet.
For sure. I think plus size in general for men and women is hard to come by. Like, I used to be a manager at Burlington. Again, they're not sponsoring, so don't go there. Um, so I used to be a manager there, and the plus size options there, like you said, were not stylish. They were just clothes because they had to be clothes. They
Right.
were like, or for men, I don't like things to be fitted, but I like them. I don't like baggy. I like them just so I feel comfortable,
Right.
And there I couldn't find, and there's not, like you said, a lot of shops that, the only reason why I bring that up is because Burlington is one of those discount retailers that you can find some pieces very cheap. And
Mm-hmm.
so I didn't want to go to like another shop like DXL and spend $49 on a shirt. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And then I got out of that and I started working in the mall. I became a store manager of another store. And I was like, $47 for a sweater. I would never, I'll go to Burlington and not pay 19.99. So I do appreciate that you offer that at a discounted rate. And a lot of people don't realize that just because we're plus size, and I know this because I just created my own merch for a brand that I'm building for another podcast called Nerdable. It's like nerdy merch. So everything's about being nerdy and nerdable. And I just created a bunch of different designs for merch and t-shirts. And I realized behind the scenes that the markup after you pass an extra large, the markup is ridiculous. However, the profit is also bigger. So people are making more money off of us because we are bigger. When
Yes.
when it costs almost maybe just $1 or two difference to make it, they're
Yes.
charging us an extra maybe $8 to $10. And
Yes.
people don't realize that. So what I did for my own brand and my own apparel was I made sure that I was making the same profit on from an extra small to a 5XL. Every single thing. They are, the prices vary. However, the profit's the same. And so that dropped all of my prices down like $6. But I wanted
Mhm.
to make sure that it's going to be affordable. And people don't realize just because we're plus size, we get marked up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
When it takes
Mm-hmm.
just a little bit more material, uh,
Yeah.
and it doesn't cost very much, but they're getting marked up. And so what you're doing, the reselling and all that, is very cool thing because, like you said, at Torrid, I've been there, and they are kind of expensive. They are,
Yeah.
you can find deals and stuff in every store, but I mean,
Right.
for just your everyday plus size shop, it's ridiculous that we're paying $50 for a t-shirt,
Right.
just because our genetics.
Right.
Um, so like because we brought up plus size, for plus size, women specifically, because that's what you specialize in. Um, what what would you tell them if they're kind of afraid to kind of go, try out new things and they're kind of just stuck in that t-shirt and jeans? What kind of words of wisdom would you give a plus size woman to just take a leap of faith and try something new?
I would definitely say you have to be willing and open to try something new. Because I've had customers and clients in the past who, say, "Oh, I want to try try something new. But then when we actually get to the store and they're trying on these pieces, from my eye, I'm like, oh my goodness, you look amazing. Like, this is awesome. But really, they're still reluctant because they're in that old mindset of, oh, I can only wear this, and this. And so you really have to come at it with an open mind. I know it's easy to say, like, you have to love yourself at any size and at any, and it's easier said than done, because there's
Yeah.
days that I struggle with that as well. But you really have to work towards it. So you have that open mind, you go into a store and try things on. You can go into the store and not even bring your wallet, right? And just try different things on. Take pictures in the fitting room mirror, of what you look like, or if you have a friend, have them take pictures of you, and just kind of take them back home with you. Look at them, look at yourself in those clothing items, and realize that that is the way that, not that you should be dressing, but is a great alternative, and is something that, just because you aren't necessarily open or used to seeing yourself in that different style or that different way of dressing, doesn't mean that it's wrong. And it doesn't mean that you should shy away from doing it. So I definitely encourage people to have an open mind and stop looking at yourself so negatively, and just kind of open your mind. And this is going to sound corny, but like, open your heart to like really accepting yourself for who you are. There's always room for improvement in somebody who's a size 0 to somebody who's a size 28. There's room for improvement across the board. So don't sit there and harp on yourself and say, well, I won't buy that dress until I'm 20 pounds lighter, or until I'm in a size 14 and I'm a size 20 right now. Try it in a size 20, wear it at a size 20. Don't limit yourself to what you've always done just because that's what you've always done. Just leave room for yourself to try new things and to really accept those new items that you're bringing into your closet.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest struggles is like when I order clothes online, because I hate shopping in stores. Like, I have zero patience, girl. Let me tell you. Um, God, I'm working on it. I'm not saved yet, but I'm trying to be saved. And when I order clothes online, again from this specific app that I'm not going to mention because I'm not getting paid from them. Last time I ordered all of quote unquote my size, and I tried it on, it was so discouraging. Cause I'm like,
Hmm.
I know this is my size. Am I just a fat pig? Like, what happened? Then I went and I read online that you order on those specific brands, you're supposed to order up a size or two. And
Right.
I'm like, oh no, I refuse to be any bigger than I am. And I finally got over it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to order those, to me, humongous sizes. And
Oh my
you know
gosh.
what? It doesn't matter, because if it makes me look good and I'm going to feel good after I wear it, I'm not going to pay attention to the tag and the size. That's what I'm going to
Exactly.
do. Like,
That's
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, that's one of the things that I've told clients in the past before. I'm like, if it helps you, cut out the size tag. If that's what's
Mhm.
going to help you, if it's that mental roadblock of, and when I was younger, that was me. When I was in high school, I was embarrassed that I had to shop, at Lane Bryant, and I couldn't shop at, Forever 21 like all the other girls, because at that time they didn't have a plus size section. And so, me being me, I just cut out the size tags. Now I don't do that. I don't care anymore. I don't care what my size tag says. Um, Clothing varies from vendor to vendor, and even within a vendor, the sizing can change between a garment, from a shirt to a dress to a pair of pants. So size means nothing, as far as in clothes. You can use that. I say use it like as a guide, to know, obviously if you're an extra large, don't go and pick up a small and think that it's going to fit. But, you
Girl,
know,
believe Girl, I don't mean to cut
but
you. I don't mean to cut you off, but girl, I worked at Burlington, and sometimes I work the fitting room, and these girls would come in. They're like, I'm like, okay, how many pieces? And I look, and it's a small, and I'm like, um,
Abel.
So,
I know.
okay, I'm just saying, like you said, don't go that far down, girl. Let's
No,
be real.
no. Yeah. No, but
Well,
I just say that to use your size as a guide to
Yeah,
other things. And you may have to go up a size or two in certain things. And if it helps you, if you're an extra large and this is a 2X, but it fits you great and it's what you want, cut out that 2X size tag if it's going to be that big of a deal. Um, because a size means nothing and a size tag means nothing. So I hope that that will encourage someone, because that is such a tiny thing to hold yourself back from looking your best and in turn feeling your best in the clothes that you wear.
it is. It's a big roadblock, and I'm telling you, I know girls struggle with that a lot because I have a lot of girlfriends, but I think guys just don't talk about it. I think guys feel
True.
insecure, but we don't talk about it, and I am here to say that I do struggle. Like whenever I find an outfit and I can't find my size, it's so discouraging.
It is.
But when, like I said, finally I made the leap and I said, I don't care how big of a size I have to order. And I like the way it looks. Nobody else is
Right.
going to know what size this is. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And if they do, they're too damn close to me. They need to give me 6 feet. COVID, COVID, 6 feet. You know.
Exactly.
So, so now before we wrap, I like to give everyone a chance to plug anything and everything you'd like. So this means website, social media, all that good stuff. Where can people find you?
Yeah, definitely on Instagram. It's styled by Sarah. So it's styled StyledX Sarah SARAH. And that is my Instagram. That's where you will find all sorts of style inspiration, thrifting, um, videos, and posts. Also, I mentioned Shop Styled by Sarah. So it's again on Instagram, just Shop Styled X Sarah. And there you can find plus size pieces at a discounted price. I also have a Facebook, Style by Sarah. It's pretty much the same thing that's on my Instagram. But if you want to go follow me over there as well, that would be great. And then also here locally, I am just a member of WEST, which is the Women's Entrepreneur Society here in Corpus Christi. So if you are a female business owner here in the Corpus area, consider joining. I joined when I started my business in 2019. And so I'm going into my third year or second year, I don't know. But I absolutely love it. And it's a great way to get connected here. And then if you want something further than just style inspiration on Style by Sarah, I do offer personal styling services. So you can definitely just message me on Instagram. We can talk about rates and the different packages that I offer.
Awesome. And I love Wes and what they do. I am trying to get someone on the podcast, so maybe you can give me a connection or two, girl. So
Oh
I'm trying to
yeah,
get
for
someone
sure.
from the organization to come and talk about that.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm not trying to throw you out there, but
No, yeah.
help a brother out. Uh, so we'll talk offline about that maybe. And yeah, that is it. Abigail, do you have anything before we go?
I actually just want to actually thank Sarah. I think it was like 3 years ago when I did that fashion show with you. I never really had a photography account. I would always use my personal, and it was always every once in a while. And you were actually the one that was like, no, you should really make an account. You take good pictures. So you're actually the one that pushed me to start a business officially and make an Instagram to share my pictures.
Oh, that makes me so happy. Like, I think, and if y'all haven't seen Abigail's pictures, they are amazing. She took pictures of me and the girls that we had a fashion show years ago. And she did an incredible job. And that's all that this is about. Like, apart from being, of course you want to like showcase yourself and your talents and your businesses. Like, I am such a champion and like try to really showcase other businesses, especially especially local businesses, especially small businesses, because it's so important that we stick together. Obviously, we've all gone through this crazy year, and just the support of other small business owners and the support of our community is what matters the most. So I'm so excited. I'm so happy that you said that. So
Yeah, and I'm excited. Abigail actually is featured in one of our episodes. We recently interviewed her. We grilled her, girl. That episode's gonna be
I
juicy.
cried.
That episode's gonna
oh,
be juicy. No, but yeah, like that whole everything you said, I agree with, and that is the reason that the Local Influencers podcast exists, is uplifting our community. From seasons 1 to 3, we have been nothing but Corpus Christi, and season 4, we're reaching out to our neighbors in San Antonio. We hope to eventually just promote Texas businesses in general, but we
mhm.
start at home. So
Yes.
thank you again for being here. Thank you for all of your tips and tricks, and thank you for your words of wisdom, everything. So everyone else, thank you again. And before the next time we chat, please make sure you head out and visit somewhere cool in Corpus Christi. Everyone, will talk soon.